Back with another discussion video. This time, is certain things I would like to come back and certain things that can be more debatable to come back for 2026 because I really dislike the notion of just keep adding on to the list without taking anything off. For every one thing we put on, we need to bring 10 things back. That's my philosophy. Just to balance out because it's just too much on there. I'm like, we got close to, if not 100 cards, including erratas. One of my front lines that we can bring back that won't do anything but make Goku's lineage little bit stronger in the early game department, but that really doesn't matter much. Is my man Bardock the Progenitor. Uh, this was banned in a time where there was little to no interactions. I think it's more than enough time that it can come back. Going on to my next one. Even if we got this back, it's still too slow to me to think we can use it effectively. My next one, but also blue is really not that strong or can afford to go minus too many times, but I think this is a good enough card to come back. If not this, there is another Zamasu card like this, but I don't know if I want to be pushing it and asking for that to come back, but I gave it a honorable mention. Actually, nah, I'm not gonna be scared. This can come back too. Just lock it to Zamasu leaders. I think it's locked to Zamasu leaders anyway. No, Goku Black or Zamasu. Look, it's already balanced. Just errated it to remove itself from the game after use. Easy, simple. If you think it's busted, but I 100% bet that we can get this back at 4 and nobody will still play the deck. Except maybe Dane or something. But I don't think this super duper strong that's game-changingly warping. I don't think the community's attention span is like that, or to keep looking backwards. But the one thing I was kind of tight about that never really did anything meaningful, it got banned off of the word of trust me, bro. My Bulma decks, my Yamcha decks were crying all of the way home when this card got banned. Because I'm like, yeah, kid cool. There is a play in there where you can just play it and lock out for a turn. Whoop-de-doo. But I never seen that play in tournament or even in practice and be successful. Never. But like I was saying before, another reason is it's been like over 2 years since this got banned, and there hasn't been another 4 Pacific Coast replacement main deck unison. Why that's important? Because there was a key Shenron unison that got 4 cost red unisons from the deck, and Bandai never made a replacement for it. Never. It's either they're going to bring this back or they going to print something that's of relative power to this to be to cost 4, but still waiting. I think it's been like 7-8 sets. That's more than enough design space to design a replacement. I honestly think they forgot, and that's why we gotta keep reminding them and keep pressing them to bring half these cards back, because I think they just forget. The game's so big, we use the excuse, oh, too many cards, we'll just forget. Petrus Farms remembers. Another cool card I think can come back is this. What are mulligan rules until that's changed back? I don't think this gonna be too often. I think this can come trial run at 1 and then 4. And like the way decks are played and designed now, this is a lot harder than usual to get off because like if I'm reading this correctly, for Heart Proud Plea, you gotta sacrifice a battle card 25 or more. And most general battle line in the first 2 or 3 turns are 20 or less. So you gotta put some extra effort or be more of a strategic person when you're playing and building your decks just to make this work. And usually a lot of people don't want to go the extra mile to make it work consistently because the decks that did that were out of that design space. So that's why I think this can come back for that reason and not against that reason, because it lets the people that invested in enjoy this, and it really helps. It really helped the baby deck, the red yellow baby, as well as all other combination red yellow decks. Which when this got banned, it hurt that a lot. Also, for those inconsistent aggro decks, this was kind of fuel too, I guess, but it's not as good as it was before, but it gives you some of that old time flavor. So of when it does go off, it feels really good. Now we're going to get controversial here because I think not necessarily make an argument to necessarily bring this back is either make a replacement because you forgot about this, but I think this can come back too. 4 energy is a lot. It's either I play this for 4 energy or I win the game. There was a lot of play extensions around in the game, especially around that leader. I hate hitting cards just because of one deck and not just metagaming first and foremost. That should be always the first option. And then if that doesn't work, probably Arata, then Ben. I will go in that succession. But getting on to my next one, I think this will be alright as a one-off. Because like games are taking a bit long again, and I'm hearing in the best of 3 setting, 60 minutes is not enough time. You know what that means? Time to speed up the format. We need to get some cards that helps close out games, and for Red, this was actually one of them, and really good in KP. But this is my wishful thinking. I think Drum to 4 will come back before this, but I think this is not bad because like we keep going back to King Piccolo stuff. Why not let the red one get some power? Because you just released that Wish King Piccolo one like 2 sets ago. Give it some juice, and I think that'll be the necessary juice. Speaking of that, of the game being too long and people taking too long because all of the floodgates and people want to hit the anti-floodgates. Let's just shut all that down. I give you 6 turns, and it's time to end the game. That's it. This card should come back in 2026. I'm campaigning for it. My favorite leader that's not in the usual canon verse is Fu. Fu 2026. Bring him back. He is the necessary justice of the game that we've been missing. Next, might be controversial depending on what's coming because of what's coming out, but I still like it anyway. Is if they've been printing all these zero energy cards, I think this can come back. Uh, the manner in which we used to use this is no longer applicable. I think this can come back. I would start it off at 1 first and then go straight to 4, or I might just go straight to 4 off. But for this current meta, I would start this off at 1. I really like it. It's a cycle or a removal for 1 card on your opponent's side of the field. And other interactions I'll get to if it ever comes off. But I think this pretty solid for what it does and can help you remove weenie threats or recycle your resources and get a draw. Not too overbearing, not too overpowered. And this was strong because of the era it was in. We gotta stop looking in that lens of the era to what it is now. Can like half of these cards survive in this new era of interaction where before there was rarely any interaction to this, little to none, and most of the interaction was found inside of yellow, because that was the interactive color. But that is my soapbox on that. Some people just frame it in a certain light, but can't see the whole picture, and I'm doing my best to paint that for you. You gotta let it play out to see it to its full gone conclusion. And there's like several other more, but I just want to keep this short because place to go, things to do. But there has been a lack of diversity as far as overrealms, and I think it's time to bring this boy back. Fighting against fate, yes. I can't believe one person got this ban. I just a simple suggestion, and I'm like, back in the heyday, not everybody had money for secret rares. These 2 cards were the secret rares. If you wanted to close out the game, you either went to him or you went to him. Simple, easy navigation. Now, attacking twice with a 25 body is not really that impressive anymore, where you can do a lot more than that. Just 2. I would say this would be like a Fusion World card comparison, because it don't really do nothing but attack twice. But there is so much stuff that I get dropped in the way before it can really get the value versus when it was out. That's why I think I can come back. It'll catch some people off guard for sure, but after that 4 to 6 month period, that's when I want to assess when it can really be impactful. Besides people getting got, because I'm tired of I'm watching every list and nobody knows the overrealm dictionary besides this one card. Every list, no matter what, this is default. We need to bring something back to bring it up. And before those that say, oh, you got Tenacious and everybody's running Tenacious too, they're not running it because it's super amazing. It's because they have to versus the mirror match or the decks that are equally aggressive. Otherwise, they wouldn't run this. Point blank. But that's my soapbox on it. Let me know your thoughts. I'm just letting you on for at least close to 10 hit me with 10 more, because I'm like, I feel like 20 to 30 cards can come off the ban list. Let me know your thoughts. Anything I missed that can come back into play, and it will either do nothing or make it interesting enough without it being too overbearing to where the format revolves around those cards. That's a discussion I wanted to bring to y'all today. And let me know your thoughts, and I'll catch you on the next one.